And then there's the close to home part about all this news for us.
Yeah.
Kyle Lowry, the Instagram post definitely teared me up, and I had to take a couple minutes. I felt the weight of 9 years in that post, I think is the best way to put it. Incredibly prolific message, with a lot of information in it, and it still felt so succinct, and like there could have been so much more that was said. And I think that kind of says it all about the last 9 years he's had in Toronto.
Yeah. A guy who came in a time when the Raptors were actually trying to work towards the playoffs, then realized very quickly that they didn't have the team for it and decided to blow it up. So Gay leaves in that season, Rudy Gay.
Tank for
And
Wiggins.
Lowry was supposed to go, but he didn't. There was a deal in place with the Knicks, and he didn't go. And him and DeMar stayed, and they, year after year there, they tried to get over the hump. Like their first playoff series in Toronto, his game-winning layup gets blocked by Paul Pierce at the buzzer. Then they get swept by the Wizards the next year. Then they finally break through. Norman Powell with that awesome dunk against the Indiana Pacers. Then they go and they beat the Miami Heat in 7 games. Lowry has that great half-court shot to send it to overtime, I believe, in game 2. They make it all the way to the conference finals where they lose to the Cavs. And then it's back-to-back years of second-round exits with the Cavs. And there were some amazing regular season games during that time where the line that you'll always associate with Lowry, well, first of all, like toughness, grit, he gave everything, but it was don't poke the bear, right? He always found something to put a chip on his shoulder every time calls weren't going his way or he was getting charged into, taking a hit. He'd come back and he'd hit a clutch shot in someone's face or a pull-up 3, or he'd set up a beautiful assist. And as he's gotten a little bit older, he's fully become that all-encompassing pull the strings point guard. Great passes everywhere. And when DeRozan left, he was not happy with the franchise. And there are a lot of quotes that came out where he felt betrayed. And we turned it around that season. Kawhi arrives. And of course, the rest is history. And then he hangs in there, signs the extension to stay even longer. He probably could have left that year if he had wanted to, out on top, but he decides to stay a little bit longer, mentors Fred, drags the team through probably the toughest year in franchise history in terms of playing out of Tampa Bay. And he always, every time he was on the court, he never took a minute off. And like Max, you were there, the 30-point comeback against Dallas. Like Lowry, if he's on the court, he's going to not give up and he's going to work hard and he's going to take a charge in the All-Star game where it doesn't matter. And he's going to throw elbows into guys' backs and he's going to flop and he's going to talk trash and he's going to play with so much heart and make these crazy layups where his butt just bounces the other dude the other way. And then he's flying horizontally and landing in the 5th row to make a layup. And then he's sprinting back on defense. Like, I can go on with the great memories and all the things I love about Kyle. And we knew pretty well when this season ended that he was going to go. And so a lot of the emotion and the goodbyes have happened over the last few months, which is why it feels a little bit easier to say goodbye now. But I'm going to be right on Scotiabank's website when those tickets come out, because I 100% want to be in Toronto for when he comes home, because there is going to be a statue of Kyle Lowry outside of Scotiabank Arena one day, and he deserves it. I would say he's a Hall of Famer based on the fact that everyone gets in the NBA Hall of Fame. But Raptors franchise record holder in assists, steals, he's second in points. Greatest Raptor of all time. What can you say?
Yeah, that Dallas comeback sparks memories of a game, I think, where he had a not great first half, lots of threes missed, and this is one of, as someone who hates flopping, hates moaning to the refs, I'm not the Kyle Lowry fan you are, but I think the confidence to never stop taking the threes when he feels like it's the best shot available, and the bewilderment I'd have when it's like, wow, he missed that shot 3 times in a row that I thought was poor percentage, and then he just drained the next 4 and
Never
is
afraid.
sparking this team. The vision, everything you could ask for from a point guard, the lobs and cuts he's able to set up some of my favorite parts of the game. And yeah, I think I had the opposite experience of you, where it didn't really set in that Kyle Lowry won't be starting next season in a Raptors uniform, despite knowing that, until I read that Instagram post, and it really hit me then. I hope we don't have to play too many games against him, because if I had mixed feelings when he was a Raptor, I have a pretty good idea how I'm going to feel when he's the one blocking our way towards more success.
Yeah. To the Bulldog of Bay Street, we salute you. Cheers, my friend.